Nigerians are expected to seek out the best.
Two words to describe the activity. The Yoruba Unity Forum is
to you on
Be the first to know.
TV News.
From the north, south, east, west, and around Africa.
Presidential
we break the news.
Men in Nigeria.
Now you can catch all the actions live.
I wish you
as the news breaks. We are Core TV News.
Welcome to Core TV Primetime
Our
News.
24-hour news station.
Challenges, which is the drop in oil price, and secondly, the issue of oil theft. But there are other issues like the crude swap, the gas revenue, which has never reflected on any of the Federation account, and the subsidy mismanagement, which is known to everyone. For instance, only a few years ago, the subsidy amount was about 240 billion, 200 billion, and today is about 1.4 trillion. So what has really changed? So we are really concerned about some of this obvious looting of our nation's treasury.
Governor Rochas Okorocha saying there about the subsidy mismanagement and also looking at the falling oil price. Joining me in the studio this morning to look at the unpaid salaries and versus lawmakers' allowances this morning, analyzing the issues, I have Prince Adebola Adeniji Adele. He is the President, Citizens Liberation Advocacy Initiative. It's a pleasure joining me on the show this morning.
Thank you. Good morning, sir.
Now let's start from that statement made by the Governor Rochas Okorocha about the mismanagement in subsidy. What's your take on it?
Well, I'm speaking on behalf of the citizenry, which is the people who are their governing. It's going to be very difficult for us to analyze that because why we don't know the actual amounts being collected every year or every month. Duly that we don't know what they use that money for that can be able not to make them to pay salary. Because I think they normally have their money monthly by the Federation account. So I don't know why they cannot be able to pay their salaries. Number two, it is not only their states. I think we have 36 states of the Federation.
Yeah.
So I think it's just only 14 or 16 states that cannot be able to pay salary. But I can be able to see what Okorocha is saying here. Due to the oil price and the mismanagement of the money, of the federal government's money. But despite that, there's another thing I think my court states, that not that I'm being solicited or being a lawyer to those governors that cannot be able to pay their salaries. But I can't be able to tell Nigerians due to some of the job that some states did for the federal government that have not paid. You see, they wanted to give accounts to their people who elect them, and it is the money they are going to use to do those infrastructure things. So, like Lagos State, for example, did you know that federal government owing Lagos State for almost 50 billion of the money spent for road alone or the federal road? So if Lagos State did not have things generating that can bring money to pay salaries, you could have seen it here also. And before I was even hearing maybe the Lagos State have not paid the last month's salary. So we will look at it very critically. I will remove sentiment, paramount sentiment out of it, that it is the government themselves. Let them give us the financial analysis of how they spend those money being given to them, plus the IGR.
But the question is, why will the governors wait to this time, about holding 11 months, 4 months, about 10 months off their workers before they are now crying foul that the government is owing them? Let them pay their debts.
That is what I'm saying. See, we cannot remove the federal government out of the state government too. State government also, we need to know what they use those money collected from the federal account for. That is, they need to give us the account how they spend the money. Because you cannot tell me now, that for over 8 to 9 months, and people are complaining, it's not started yesterday, nor does it started today, 8 months, 6 months. It's a good month. It's getting to a year. So it means that Are they not collecting money from the federal government? The question we should ask them. If you are collecting money from the federation account, how do you spend the money?
But what they are crying now is that the federal government is owing them. They should clear the debts.
Let's see. Our federal government have not talked of not said anything whether before the Nkojo Nwala left the place, which means it's not up to a month now. He said the government people of those states for the governors, you should go ask your governors or even the finance what are they calling it? Commissioner of Finance of each state. Go ask them of your money. So it's now looking at who is playing who. It is the government that is playing the federal government, or the federal government that is playing the state government, or even the state government are playing us too on our intelligence. So if you are collecting IGR and you are collecting money from the federation account, so we cannot see what to use it for, then you cannot pay salary. Then where is the money? But I learned that EFCs are coming to the matter now.
Definitely. Yeah, now, let's move on to the lawmakers' allowances, because yesterday we had a report about that people are saying about, it was reported that about 8.6 billion naira will be given to senators, though there have been clarifications that no, it is not that. But what's your take? If our lawmakers are receiving that huge amount of money and salaries are not being paid?
Let me just tell you, what we are going to do now is that we need to have a little lot of patience. You see? Because if you will not like to offend God here, the report I seen is of two coins now. There's the truth, there's lie. Which one now is the truth? Because the report gave us that they are collecting that amount you made mention now. But there's a commission that was giving this money to them and denying this money. That the money was 0.5 million. So even despite that, my dear brother, that's why you are seeing people killing each other. Because they wanted to conduct election.
And the question is it a service to humanity?
It's not.
Or a service to our own pockets?
By going with this, it's not. And that is where we are going to come in. You cannot come and campaign to us that this is what you are going there to do. And you go there and you change your mind definitely to what you told us we wanted to do. So we are now looking at that case very critically. That if it is that money, we will not allow the government to pay that money. And you are now giving us assurance that you are going there because of that money, not because to come and serve us. That the money should be reduced. I feel total support for the money not to go beyond zero of what they said for cloth alone.
No, they gave other things to you that.
Which other things? Do you know when Jonathan was there as the president of this country? They made mentions of, even they have the newspapers allowance, they have the organizer allowance, all sorts of allowance that people are dying outside here. So if those laymen are called electors came out to come and vote for them, is if taking them there to go and carry this money. That's why we are saying that the stations of the National Assembly should be a part-time job.
Adebola, you are saying that that your group will not allow
the
government to pay that allowance. But this is not the first time that our lawmakers will be receiving this bumper package.
See, if you are saying change, and the capital word that they took from the dictionary, change, mean it should not to change from the party, it's to change your life totally. Do you get what I'm saying? It is to change our life totally. Not that because you made a change and because you wanted to change government for a new government to come in. No. What we are saying is that what people are doing before, or the old people are doing before, we want a change of it. That if they are collecting 10 naira before, because we are looking for change and people outside should be benefit of it, that it should be as little as 5 naira. So if you are now saying that you wanted to make a change and people are collecting 10 naira before, and before you know what's happening, they are now collecting 20 naira. What does that mean? Is there any change here? No, it shows clearly that they will now limit it, that they change from one political party to another party. If it's that one they are telling us, we now know how to come in now. So as it is now, we now going to follow it very critically, Ima, that the National Assembly, I love this Ben Bruce man, who is a new senator. Did you know what he said? Even if it is 1 naira they are giving to me, I'm giving to Osun people. My dear brother, for those who have not collected their salary for almost 8 months now, I am giving this out of my what they are going to pay me. to give the widow of my village, in people of my village. I can't believe this. Okay? Now, we now said, if you have what you are doing, you are going to the National Assembly, means that part-time job.
Is that a solution?
That should be the solution. That you are going to represent Nigeria to make a law to the citizens that we are going there. Maybe it is twice you are sitting in a month or in a week. Go there. You know that you have comfortable, you know what you are doing, you have what you have. Then you collect the citizens' allowance alone and forget of all these things you are talking about.
Now, I had a guest in the studio that was 2 days ago saying that there are loopholes in the government. That's why the government has not been able to pay their workers their salary. Maybe they should just start downsizing. Now, do you support this initiative?
I know some states, excuse me, that they are creating some parastatals, are using it either to induce, to collect money, or generating a revenue, which was not directly going to the purse either of the state or of the federal government. Okay? Now, as it is now, all the parastatals we have in the federal government, the very best thing to do is now to have a way to close those leakages. In oils alone, did you know how many liters of fuel, my brother, that went out, their money is not coming to the account? Okay? A lot of liters. So if that's true, that I was not even watch that program, but I very much support of what that man said, that if all loopholes of the federal government, parastatals or agencies can be seen into, I think what we are saying will not what we'll be saying.
Now, as the President's Citizens Advocacy Initiative, Liberation Initiative,
yes.
Now, do you see the change that the APC have been clamoring for, as at what has been happening right from day one of the inception?
I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit worried about the elections of the National Assembly. That is where I feel my concern. That it is true that you have the majority in the House. How did that majority now corners and take away the majority from them? Okay? What matters on ground now is not to be too rigid. It should be flexible, and it should be focused on things you are doing. See, this country are so enlarged that things that politicians are doing have made the eyes of all Nigerians opened to see that what is on the table. So, but I would very much like it if that change could go to downtrodden. People of the downtrodden should see that truly we wanted to make a change. So that capitals of that slogan will not go in vain.
When President Muhammadu Buhari was campaigning, he made mention about corruption. And now we are seeing just 3 weeks in between inauguration, we are seeing unpaid salaries, we are seeing the issue of Boko Haram, we are seeing a lot of things happening in Nigeria. Do you think that Nigeria will get better?
Well, it will, my brother. We said it. And maybe you are going to give me that opportunity to say it this morning. We told them that, look, it is not corruption is the best answer to this. Okay? You have not heard it. We heard it this morning. It is not the corruption you are looking at up that is the first finance of this.
So what should be the best answer?
The best answer is why. War against indiscipline, my brother. When the why came in, then you will see that the corruption look like epidemics. It will come down by himself. See, those who you are seeing today, you've seen that they have corrupt. It is indiscipline. They were not disciplined at all. Say somebody who is going and he met the traffic and it's because he's a government official, you go with it. What you can say to that? Is it not bigger than corruption? Somebody you say because he's in government, did you know whom you are talking to? I said, who are you? I am so person. Please leave the person. The person committed a very big offense. He says you should go. So if you are now looking at corruptions, we get it wrong. Let's begin because we, the Citizens Liberation Advocacy Initiatives, we have prepared and finished our bill now. We are taking the white to National Assembly.
That they should do what concerning That's your
the bill of wise to be erected back to Nigeria. That's why we streamline us. That from that streamline, you will be using that word to watch each other. Did you know that in this country today, the first thing after why have been established is time. You have gone far by bringing corruption. It is time. When you invite you to somewhere, and you come late, let them send you away. We were not disciplining ourselves at all. That's why you see nothing we're seeing here. I read it from one of the senators. Said, no, you are you people of the society don't know what you are talking about. That money is not even much enough. Did you know what you are doing there? What are you doing there? To make law. Oh, is it not to create yourself and see what is happening in the world and what is happening to your people? And you make a law that will affirm them. Okay? That will relieve them. That if anything happened to so person, there's a law you can use to give him a judgment. And somebody that rapes now. If there's a law to back it up, you can do it and go away with it. But when you go to National Assembly, you make a law that anybody that rapes, whether is going to jail or to kill. Okay?
We have a bill like that concerning that.
That is the job they're going there to do. It is a job going there to do a bill to reasoning to Nigerians. What we favor them. I'm not going to be somebody who's not a person that fell into a crime now, and somebody now do me something that is against the law. And if there's no backing law that to use it to free myself, then what else I'm building nation for? So they are going there. They are 109. What are they doing there if they cannot make a very good law? And say, okay, until when they see billions of naira before they can make law.
Do you feel the plight of Nigerians that their salaries have not been paid for the past
Of
few
course.
months?
Don't you know how many who has died? Don't you know who are begging on the street now and is a civil servant? What are you talking about? Did you know? Do you think that's very easy? No, they have their own too, the civil servants, because they use that area, that corner, to hide themselves. Some of the directors of civil servants we are talking of today, they have the best houses in everywhere you can talk about. All the estate you might think, in every state, go there. If you not see...
How sure are you?
Very sure. Very much sure. Go and see some estates we have in this country. I'm not saying that one of the directors of Lagos State that went to Abia State to build. No. In Abia, in Ebonyi, in Lagos, in Osun, in Ogun. Go and see those estates there. Whether you will see 1 or 2, 3 of these directors of each of that state, if they did not have a house there. Go to Omale here.
You can join us in our conversation. The phone numbers are on your TV screen. You can start phoning in for us to have your own opinion and comment on what we are looking at. We are looking at the state, analyzing the lawmakers' allowances. Is it justifiable that our lawmakers should be receiving bumper packages? Still with me, Prince Adebola Adeniji Adele. He's a President Liberation Citizens Initiative. Prince Bola, you made mention about part-time legislature for our lawmakers.
That should be the best.
Do you think this should have been the agenda for the present government of Nigeria?
Coming years, that time you will not see them killing each other. If they did not attach so much fun with it, and you now see the genuine people who have concerns of Nigerians at heart begin to go there. Somebody, look at, I've made an example now. I've made an example.
Just a moment. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? I think you lost that call. You can continue.
So, I've made mention, I've exact an example of somebody now who said whatever that is going to collect from that money is given to some people. So, and don't let me forget this. He is the first person. He is from PDP. He is the first person that championed that the money or the salary of, what are they calling it, of the lawmakers should be reduced. He's the one that championed it. He's the one that began it. And he's from PDP. He's not from APC. So, if you are going to look at it now, that it's supposed not to be him, the person, to say this. But, oh, I love the man. That's Ben Bruce.
So do you think he can just say that what he has not started performing?
No, it's a process now. Even lawmaking is a process.
Talking is cheap. You can say that and you might not fulfill it.
See, that is when we said the Nigerians should come together to fight this Moses. You cannot just leave that governance for them alone to do it. Either you support, either you criticize, either you...
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
My name is Laide calling from Majuma Kuti.
Laide, good morning. Thank you for joining us on Call Digest.
Good morning, sir.
What's your comments or contribution?
You are welcome. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
To the payment of the legislature. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Either is Jumbo pay or not Jumbo pay. What I just see to is greed. Our leaders in this country.
Hello, are you still there? I think we lost that call. Yeah, you continue with your comment.
So, I don't know why that service just went off like that, because Nigeria could have speak out their minds of what they see too, of what is happening. Either jumbo pay or no jumbo pay. What is not good is not good. Some people cannot take a meal a day.
But I keep saying it, that this is not the first time this legislature
That's
will
what we're
receive
saying.
this jumbo pay.
Change should begin somewhere. Change should begin somewhere. Did you know that APC borrowed that language from the dictionary and kill all of us? There's nothing you're going to write now. When you put change, you're thinking maybe you're supporting them. You get what I'm saying?
Just a moment. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? I think we lost that call. Yeah, continue with the analysis of change.
So if you are looking at the dictionary, you see the meaning of what change makes us to see or look about. Then, and I see that the APC themselves, they went so deeply to use that change to rope all of us. And now, in the next 6 months, we will not see that change we are talking about.
Why are you saying this at this time?
Which time?
At this time, you're saying you will not see the change.
No.
The expectations of Nigerians
is so high.
Is very much high.
Yes.
That once this government
is not
doing anything, they will start seeing any other thing.
So if
they want them to get in there and start seeing the dividends of democracy, is that possible?
That is another angle. I said the APC borrow that change from dictionary and use it to cage all of us. That when you use a change in a word or in a statement, you are either in your letter or whatsoever, they may be thinking that you are supporting APC. So what we are saying is that all of us were looking for change.
Just a moment. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah.
Good morning.
My name is Desmond. I'm calling from Delta State.
Desmond, thank you for joining us on Call Digest this morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Desmond, we can hear you clearly.
On the part of that jumbo case, the pay is too high. Yes. Now, I suggest part-time legislation. Because if they are doing part-time legislation, they can be paying them at least 1 million in a month. Service in other areas.
Hello, Desmond, are you still there?
Yes. I suggest that let them run part-time legislation.
I think the line is breaking. Desmond, yeah, you're supporting your analysis. That's
not even support my analysis. There's a meeting we are doing.
There is a part-time legislature.
Of course, now almost 4 million people have gathered together. We are going to invite you to come and see what is happening. This country belongs to all of us. It's not belong to one person. It's belong to every one of us. That you come out from one political party does not mean that you are higher than myself. Then I came out to vote for you because of the agenda or what you told me does not make you to become higher than me. We are in the same place. We are the same thing. But it's only that we are push you to go and represent us. That's just only the difference. But the Constitution makes us understand that when you go to Section 110, make us to recall anybody that's not performing very well. There's a power there. For we who the
Just a moment, Adibola. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning. My name is Ifeanyi.
Ifeanyi, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ebonyi.
From Ebonyi State. What's your comment and contributions?
What I have to say is I don't know, just God that will help us in this matter. What is happening, I don't know. For example, all they have to do, this lawmaker they have, they've got all they have to. So what I'm saying is, they don't have right motive. Whenever they are they are about to conduct the election, they will be raising the match because whenever they are there, they forget everybody. So if there's a way that the government will look into it and know the exact amount that will be given to them, so that that place will not be so attractive because of that money. That is why many of them are rushing to methods or not methods. So that is my own contribution. If the government, because like what you said, they are still going to sell us because they have already been swarming, they have inaugurated. Now, all of them, what they have in mind is their own problem. They are not after the market. So if that amount can be reduced so that that position will no more be attractive, that is my contribution.
Thank you very much for calling. Yeah, he's talking about the reduction in the amounts of money. That it shouldn't be attractive. That people, everyone want to get there, want to be a senator, want to be an House of Representative member.
That's it. In fact, let me thank you for making you remembering something here. Did you know that part of what change you make is that when you go there to serve for 4 years, the people that went there in 1999, let me go back, the house given to them was sold. So it means that anybody that is going there did not have a place to stay.
Just a moment. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Could you please reduce the volume of your TV set? Hello, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from? I think we lost that call. Go on.
So the house given to them was sold to them. Then another person coming will be able to buy another house or looking for where to stay. So even go on to their rented apartment for almost 3 months or 4 months, while some people slept in hotel. But I was saying that is part of what change should bring. That those houses given to them for the legislative area, if there's no part-time on, it should be stay there. It should be for everybody that come there to come and do the legislative job in Abuja. Not now. Don't you know how much that one cost?
Just a moment. Good morning. Your name and where you calling from? Oh, go on with your comment, please.
So in other words, everything is wrong since 1999. So if they were now looking for 1999, 2003, 2007, 2011, and this is 2015, we are looking for change. If that change now come in, I think we should embrace it. And the change now came in now. We have not seen a certain thing, because I want that National Assembly to reduce their salaries, which we are going to fight for. And selling the quotas given to them should be abolished.
And that's the call from many Nigerians.
Oh, that is it. We are going, even though we know, just don't worry. We'll see what could happen.
Well, I've been speaking with Prince Adebola Adeniji Adele. He is the President Citizens Liberation Advocacy Initiative. We're going on a short break and we're back with more. Do join us again.
That's a sign of protest, saying that things are not good.
Women share the most amazing thoughts
when it's close to the time our people will protest naked
on national issues.
That was their own point.
That was an accident. That is different.
And they do it
Politics is about being a servant.
passionately.
Without a woman, there will be no success at all.
Sharing the adorable word of women
There are some women who have what it takes.
in politics.
Margaret Thatcher, Iron Lady. When she's too soft, she's too soft.
Only on Core TV News.
Every day, every hour, and every minute, news break in Nigeria. Things happen so fast, it's most times difficult to track and comprehend them. But that's what we do right here on Digit 360.
2015, would you want to come back again?
It's like asking Jesus Christ if he knew he was going to die, will you want to come back as the savior of the world again?
We do not just help you track the stories, we break them down, explore all the angles, analyze the issues so that you can fully comprehend the stories and use them to make the right decisions.
As news breaks, people don't let events pass without giving their comment or reactions.
When the problem arises in society, these are the people that should be consulted.
To cleanse the corruption in society, we are not to provide information for good life and also security of life and property in this country.
The academic society have the loudest voice on this platform.
Whether you call it a sovereign national conference or a national conference, it is about the people of Nigeria.
There should be a change in power.
In any way they can do it.
I think there's a script already.
Every Tuesday at 8:45 p.m. on this station. From the Ivory Tower, a must-watch for the learning minds.
Welcome back. You just joined us. It's Cold Digest on Cold TV News, and we're looking at unpaid salaries versus lawmakers' allowances, analyzing the issues. And still have with me in the studio, Prince Adebola Adeniji Adele is a President Citizens Liberation Advocacy Initiative. Before you go, Adebola, now what's your advice to our workers who are out there that their salaries have not been paid? What should they be doing now?
Well, what I would like to just say is that if they are paid, or what they are collecting is justifiable, I will please them to take camp and take it easy. As far as those governors are promising them that before the end of this month, all their salary will be paid, then we should do things right. There's a lot of impunities in all these civil servants we are seeing today. So let us do things diligently.
Impunity like what and what?
Oh my goodness! Some so even those part of the salary say they are not paid. Some don't come to work. Some might go to work. You go to his office, you not even see him.
Do you have the issues of ghost workers?
So many of that. So, but they are the one. Let those governors tell us and give the analysis of how many workers they have who are working with them. Then we will know what we are going to do. If we place it on what was on the table, we now know whether they are to be blamed or the federal government to be blamed. So, but I just want Nigeria to come together and let us fight.
Just a moment. Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Good morning. My name is Vivian.
Vivian from where?
My name is Vivian from Imo State.
Lillian from Imo State. What's your comment and contribution? Imo. Go on and make your comments.
Yes, there are much problems to provide solutions to.
Go on, we can hear you.
Solutions to than others. The change they promise us should first fall on the masses, not to the political gladiators. So they should first think of the well-being of Nigerians first before themselves. No jobs, even those that are working, they are not yet paid. So they should first think of it first before anything.
And Lillian there is saying, thank you very much, Lillian. She's saying that the change should affect the masses,
should cross across of everywhere. You just bring out two out of many points should be raised down. That the unpaid salaries and the legislative money collecting. There is a lot. If we see on our membership who have not seen job now, almost 2 million people are graduates who are registered with us, we are together. So they are there, English, master in English language, master in business admin, and they are still there with us. So if we now follow change that they are going to provide 20 million jobs, and we have not seen, we are waiting.
You know, someone told me that, do you know that we've never had a situation where our senators and our lawmakers will be saying their salaries have never been paid. It's just the masses, the civil servants. Every day we see protests on the streets saying that pay our salary, pay this, pay that. Is that a new Nigeria that we are expecting?
What I've not yet understand is the commission who is regulating this money have not tell us the truth. You know, they were saying in day before yesterday or yesterday now that they wanted to borrow money to pay their salary. The lawmaker we are talking of today now. So if that should be the case, the commission themselves, what is the pay goal or salary to these lawmakers? They have not told us since all these days. And it's a question of how much are they taking home? I met with one representative. When I go to, sorry that I'm digesting a little, I see all those politicians and say, you still come this money. So you want me to give out of my 700,000 that I'm collecting monthly? I said, is it 700,000 you are collecting? He said, yes, that is my pay. So we don't know. Some people say they're collecting 12 million per month. Some say, well, something. So we don't know actual amount they are collecting. And look at Buhari now.
Just a moment. Good morning, your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah.
Good morning, your name and where are you calling from? I think you lost that call. Continue.
Look at our president.
The president, Muhammadu Buhari.
Mr. President.
Yeah.
And El Rufai, okay, His Excellency, are those two people that said, cut my salary into half. If I'm collecting 600,000 before, put it to 300,000. Likewise, what Mr. President will be collecting now is not up to 1.2 million monthly. So why the money of the legislation will be higher than the president of this country? So that is where we are going.
Well, I've been speaking with Prince Adebola Adeniji Adele, the President Citizens Liberation Advocacy Initiative, and he has been suggesting that part-time legislature should be the best to all these jumbo packages from lawmakers and senators. Well, thank you very much for joining us on the show this morning.
Thank you, sir.
Well, it's a pleasure. We do have you again.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll just take a break and we're back with the second segment of Core Digest, and it promises to be great. Do not go anywhere. Stay with us.
You can now watch Core TV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to Core TV Primetime Days.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click Core TV, leave a space, then News. Core TV News, a 24-hour news station.